Good morning, everybody. Mark with Red Star Loft. Couple new things happening over here. As you can see, this guy must have hit something. He is hopping on one leg. It's not broken, and his wing is not. He doesn't seem injured anywhere else. I checked him out. His wings and everything else seems fine, but his leg is definitely sprained from what it looks like. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the other video or not, but this guy ended up escaping that hawk that I was complaining about last time. Right there he is. I seen him get chased off, dive right into the woods. So I figured no way he got caught, because the hawk did kind of tap him on the roof here. So I was positive that he was busted, but there he is. Alive and healthy. So all 45 are here right now. Well, the one is missing that didn't make it last time, but I really want to know what happened to that guy. Why his leg is messed up, but might have hit a wire or something, I'm not sure, but I'll let him lay low. Not gonna push him until he gets better. And these guys, as you can see, I attempted to close these. Some I did, others I didn't. But they are done as far as the breeding boxes are concerned. I'm about to clean everything up this weekend. I closed it up because I had some last minute changes. I wasn't going to touch it until the weekend, but I had some last minute changes that I had to make and accommodate that other loft for some other pigeons that I'm going to show you guys in a minute. So I moved the two from over there, I moved them in here. I moved their young. There's one of them. There's both of them actually. So I have to come back here and yeah, fixed up a couple of these that came open. I had to adjust them so they didn't line up anymore. But looks like the molt is, for the most part, over. They all seem to be doing much better. A couple of them are still, coming back, regrowing their feathers. But all in all, they're doing much better. Threw out 12 eggs yesterday, so no more eggs. That season is over, and I'm kind of glad. Needed a break from it, to be honest with you, so I'm gonna close that back up in a minute. But before I show you guys the quote-unquote new pigeons, let's see if these guys want to fly. I am getting really weary letting them out lately, because this time of year hawks are more active than usual. I've had a couple of them swooping through here yesterday, so we'll see. I did feed them a little bit too much this week. In general, I overfed them. There was two birds that I kind of they weren't really too light, but they definitely could have done better, so I did up their feed. So I've noticed before, when I up their feed and I open the trap door, they're not super eager to get out. They still get out, but it takes them a little bit longer. So you stay behind there, buddy. We'll see if they decide to go. I'll just step back here and watch, and we'll give them a minute and see how many, if any. And again, if they don't want to, I'm not gonna push them today. There's no need to. Whoever wants to stay behind can stay behind, but there's a couple interested parties. There we go. once a couple of them go, the rest tend to go, but it's just those first few that... And you can see them go right around the house. Good birds. That's what I like to see. That's exactly what I like to see. And as soon as one lands on the house, another one follows, and now I guarantee you the third one's gonna land. Yep, exactly. So I'm gonna have to chase them off. But go on. Yep. Okay, they didn't go on the roof, luckily, but you can see the guys up there getting behind that tree. So yeah, at this point in the year, real happy with just the way that they react, the way that they perform, the way that they fly. Hopefully this weekend we can do some real good tosses, really test some of the birds. So let's see now that most of them did go out, the rest of these that should go out, I'm gonna push out. Hey, buddy. Go on. You don't need to go. You're brand new here. Okay, good. You stayed behind. Just making sure that who should have been outside is outside. Poor guy. I'm gonna have to examine him again. I was watching him yesterday. He was eating fine and nobody was picking on him, so I didn't separate him yet. But if you guys think that I definitely need to separate him, let me know and I will, because I'm not sure, you know, how bad it needs to be before I separate him. All right. Okay, I had to cut off the video there. Not even sure what I was saying, had to cut off the video. My wife was calling, so I had to talk to her for a few minutes, but those guys left the roof. And I got something different here that I wanted to share with you guys. I have, let me open this. Now these are nothing like my birds. These guys are skittish and never been a huge fan of the way they behave. As you can see, they're panicky. Yeah, they're kicking up too much dust for my liking. But these are some of the Highflyers. I have 7 of them right now, just temporarily for about 2 or 3 weeks. I am looking after them for a friend of mine in the first week in November sometime, or first week in October or sometime around there. They're going to him. These came from my father-in-law's loft. They're going to my friend's loft. So in the meantime, I volunteered. I said I'll take care of them. So you can see they're significantly smaller than the racing homers. They have their feathers feel entirely different. The homer ones are really smooth. These guys are more so kind of fluffy feathered, so to say. I don't know exactly what it's called, but they're definitely pretty birds. You can see them. They definitely look really nice. They fly for a hell of a long time too. They'll go up there and fly for 7-8 hours. You can't even see them. You just see a couple of dots in the sky from how high up they go. So, but I've had a few of these over time, and I like them. Nothing against them, but I'm a much bigger fan of homers. You know, I like pretty much all pigeons. Nothing against these guys. Just not my breed, but definitely pretty birds. A little bit too skittish, but I'm sure that also depends on how you raise them. But like I said, this isn't a permanent thing. I'm just holding on to these guys because I have this spare loft here. So I'll be feeding them and taking care of them here for the next almost 3 weeks, about 18-19 days. So wanted to show you those guys real quick. They're finishing up their molt too. It's not fully done yet, but it's getting there. So that's them. Now I gotta go feed all these guys. And let me zoom out a little bit so it's not so shaky. And my birds are gone. Yeah. They do a few laps around above the house, a couple minutes. It's basically they get into formation. They get into their group and then they're gone. I don't even know how far they go. I gotta give me one of those GPS rings and put them on one of them, because I'm really curious to find out where they go, because they'll be gone for solid 2.5 hours at a time. So the young there again, and I think I got nothing more to show you guys. So I'm gonna go give them water, give them a little bit of feed. These guys still have their corn on the ground, so they're gonna get a little bit of feed. And I'll talk to you guys later on in the week, or at the latest this weekend. So have a good one, and we'll talk later.